Hi everyone, this is Miss Granger. In this video, we're going to go over the Graphic Organizer Part 3 section of Lesson 2. We're still focusing on the Glorious Revolution. You should have filled in this section here, learning some basic information. You should have analyzed a primary source document and evaluated it as a source. And now we're on the back of the page, starting with the Graphic Organizer, and we'll also discuss the Mastery Check. So our graphic organizer is a sort of T-chart. So on one side, we're discussing the positive outcomes of the Glorious Revolution and any negative outcomes of the Glorious Revolution. Now in this first lesson, or this first video, I'm going to be kind of telling you what some of them are and giving you some language stems. For future lessons, this will be on you. So we're going to kind of learn how to do it here, so that you can do it on your own later. So we're focusing on this skill of using a variety of organizers for academic writing tasks. In this case, this kind of T-chart. So let's discuss the positive outcomes of the Glorious Revolution. So one thing that I know came out of this revolution, based on my information I learned above and the primary source document, the English Bill of Rights, was that the powers of the monarchy were limited. The king and queen, whoever was in control at the time, they now couldn't just do whatever they wanted. They had to get approval from Parliament or the government, and the people elect the government, so therefore there was kind of a more balanced power situation. Now, I note from my notes above that this was called the Bloodless Revolution. So I'm going to put down here that there was no bloodshed. In other words, no one died. This was a really big deal because in the history of people who are in charge and fighting for who's in charge, sometimes there is violence involved, especially when things change in a dramatic way. So this was a big deal that there was no bloodshed and no one died. And finally, this really set in motion the first constitutional monarchy. So we'll say established the first constitutional monarchy, which in fact the United Kingdom and many other countries now have still today. Let's move on to the negative outcomes. There weren't that many negative outcomes. I suppose that if you were the monarch, this would be the only reason that this would be negative. So it was only negative really for the monarch, who now had limited powers. They could not just do whatever they wanted. But for everyone else, the outcomes of this, especially historically, were pretty positive. Now, I want you to notice that we did not look anything up in a different tab or online. I didn't have to investigate an additional answer. I used the information that I had. I used the notes that we took above. I took the analysis or the evaluation of the document that we read. I looked back at the document that we read, and I drew some conclusions to put into my graphic organizer. So as you go forward with this lesson, this unit, you will do the same thing. Let's discuss the Mastery Check, Part 4. Oh, I wrote directions two times, so you can erase one of those or cross that out. Demonstrate your understanding of the ATL skills over here by using the ACES format to construct a mini argument that addresses the prompt below. You'll explain your position by answering the question, citing evidence, and explaining how your evidence supports your answer, focusing on structuring information in summaries, creating references or citations, and writing argumentatively. The prompt here is, did the Glorious Revolution produce more positive or more negative outcomes? Down here, you're going to do the writing. So again, I've given you kind of some sentence stems. After this particular lesson, you will be more on your own to create your own sentence structures. But for this first one, we'll give it to you here. So answering the question. If the question is, did the Glorious Revolution produce more positive or negative outcomes? I need to include this language in my answer. I will make the argument that the Glorious Revolution had more, and then you will choose either positive or negative and write that here. Outcomes. Pause your video and write which argument you will argue here. Next, you'll cite your evidence. In the English Bill of Rights declarations, it states, quote, and now I need a direct quote that is going to support my answer. So if I said positive, I need to find a quote that says something positive, or it implies that there is a positive outcome. If I chose negative, I need to choose a quote that implies there was a negative outcome. Where do I find my quote? I'm going to go back to my primary source document here, because this is where I got the direct quote information. You have lots of statements to choose from, and you should have annotated them to see what they mean. So choose the best quote or the best line for you and your argument, and write that in your Cite Your Evidence section now. Finally, we'll explain how your evidence supports your answer. So how did this quote support this statement? You can use this sentence frame. This can be considered a whatever word. It should be the same word that you wrote up here, you'll write here. This can be considered a blank outcome because, and you will explain. Now you don't want to just repeat what's in the quote, and you don't want to just repeat your answer from the question. You want to really give it some thought and think, why was it positive, or why was it negative, whatever you argued. If you need to do this in more than one sentence, that's fine. If you can do it in one sentence, that's fine too. When your teacher reads your response here, it should thoroughly answer the question in the prompt. It should also reference your citation and make sense with your answer to the question. Below, you'll see what you are going to be graded on. We're going to be grading on your notes filled in correctly. We're looking to see that you argue either positive or negative, not both. And we'll see that your evidence is cited logically with an argument. Finally, we'll see that your analysis or explanation down here is relevant and logical, meaning it makes sense. That's it for this video. Please make sure to check with your teacher for any next steps.